So it activates the pump when there is a leak, and we can also turn it off using the command tool.
So why does our product matter, or who does it benefit? It can save energy and labor. So consistent plant care is important for us for the plant to thrive. We want the crops to grow very well, and it benefits people who live in drier climate countries. So our target users for this are farmers and people who live in dry climate countries such as the Arab, Saudi Arabia, and maybe Malaysia. So to end our presentation, we would like to say that we hope that our product can benefit the world and fight famine with our innovation. Thank you very much. Let's go back up. Let's go back up.
Hi, we'll be presenting about tuberculosis, also known as TB. Why we chose this as our topic is because tuberculosis, according to a recent research in February 2026, Sabah recorded the highest number of tuberculosis in Malaysia.
So what is tuberculosis? So tuberculosis is actually an infectious airborne disease that can spread through coughing, sneezing, and talking when a person with active TB has it. And so the tiny droplets will be released, and people nearby may be infected. So what are the organs that can and cannot be infected? Actually, almost every organ in our body can be infected except for nails, hair, and teeth, but they can still be damaged by the disease impact on the body. So these are some of the examples of organs infected with tuberculosis. And on this side, we have a model of the lungs. On my right side is a healthy lung, and on my left side is a lung infected with tuberculosis. So this is our scrapbook. Sudah. Next is our logbook.
An example of one of the live vaccine candidates for TB, which is called MPV-vac. For now, it's not really a vaccine, but it is a live candidate that can. It is designed by deleting two major virulence that makes it safe and enough as like a vaccine, while also preserving most antigens that help train the immune system.
That's all. Thank you.
Name is Strasbourg Science. And here we got Medicaid, the step, the bubble scrub, and Tuberculosis. Kami pun ada video cara-cara untuk tapping. Boleh tengok. Bubble scrub. See the bubble scrub. Ada album juga. Tapi ada penutupan. Tiada audio juga tu. Tiada audio juga. Jangan kasih dulu kita yang mini kentir.
Kami buat dari 3 bahan saja, hyaluronic acid, ekstrak buah kulit, dan essential oil. Ini secara domestik di dapur sendiri, ini secara komersial di kilang. Kami buat di Rustic Borneo.
Jadi bagi projek kami membuat penyegar muka. Kalau tidak tahu, penyegar muka itu adalah sejenis produk penjagaan kulit yang dibuat daripada air ekstrak yang disembuh halus pada wajah. Kami ada guna minyak pati. Melalui proses ini kami boleh mendapati minyak pati, cuma kami tidak buat kerana dia mengambil masa yang lama.
Dan lavender campur eucalyptus. Jadi kami ada jual untuk 50 ml dan 100 ml. For 50 ml kami jual RM6 and 100 ml kami jual RM12. So yeah.
So kami ada buat dua jenis ekstrak, pomelo yang hijau dan mandarin. Kami guna mandarin since baru habis Chinese New Year kan. So ada banyak sisa kulit dan kami boleh buat di kilang. Kami buat di kilang guna proses pemeluapan dan ada cooling system di dalam mesin ini. So jadi sini boiling, kasih panas, dari liquid jadi gas, dan dari gas dia jadi liquid lagi, dan keluar ada ekstrak. Okay. Itu saja dari kami. Terima kasih.
Klasifikasi. Terusnya ada 5 kesan yang sekiranya tidak menerima rawatan dengan segera. Yang satu is non-union and malunion. Non-union is your tulang cannot sembuh balik, and malunion is your tulang it's sembuh tapi dia cacat. Dan yang kedua it's syndrome compartment. Syndrome compartment it's when the tulang dia scratch to our saluran darah, dia akan pecah di dalam.
And 3 is jangkitan kuman yaitu osteomyelitis. Osteomyelitis is your tulang terkena tu kuman. Dan yang keempat is atrofi otot. Atrofi otot is your muscle dia mengecut. Dan terakhir is kerosakan saraf dan saluran darah. Dan yang seterusnya ada langkah-langkah what you can do when you mengalami kecederaan tisu keras. Ada 3, satu is prinsip toe taps and prinsip rise sama imobilisasi. Okay. Thank you.
Sorry, semula balik. Hai, selamat pagi. Kami merupakan pelajar kosmetologi daripada College Vocational Kaningau. Nama saya Esti Selvi dan ini rekan-rekan saya, Darlene dan Ibrilona. Kami menghasilkan produk berdasarkan project based learning kami yaitu Glow Engine Body Scrub karena kami ingin membantu para wanita di luar sana. Kami menghasilkan produk yang dapat membantu untuk menyehatkan penampilan kulit badan kita, dan juga kami menghasilkan produk yang tidak mempunyai bahan kimia dan tidak memudaratkan kesehatan kulit kita.
Kami menggunakan kulit limau mandarin dan ini adalah hasil campuran bagi cleansing milk dan serbuk yang telah kami kisar.
Kesan menggunakan produk kami ialah melicinkan kulit, melembabkan kulit, menghidrasikan kulit, membuang sel kulit mati, dan mencerahkan kulit. Kami juga sudah membuat testimoni kepada peringkat umur yang berbeza dan responden semua adalah positif. Itu saja dari kami. Thank you.
pengetahuan awal kecederaan dislokasi dalam kalangan murid SM Lokyuk. Isu ini berdasarkan daripada Google Form yang kami buat. Kami mendapati seramai 259 daripada 346 murid ini kurang pengetahuan tentang dislokasi. Objektif utama kami adalah untuk beri kesadaran kepada murid-murid tentang kecederaan ini.
Ya, jadi maksud dislokasi adalah kecederaan pada sendi, di mana sendi yang membentuk tulang yang membentuk sendi terkeluar atau bergeser dari kedudukan asal. Dislokasi ini sering melibatkan kerusakan pada ligamen glenohumeral inferior, kapsul sendi, otot rotator cuff, dan juga labrum glenoid. Dislokasi diklasifikasikan kepada dua jenis, yaitu dislokasi penuh dan dislokasi separah. Kalau dislokasi penuh, dia akan terkeluar sepenuhnya daripada tulang, daripada sendi, manakala dislokasi separah hanya bergeser sedikit daripada sendi. Terdapat beberapa perbezaan antara dislokasi dengan terseliu, tapi apa yang paling jelas ialah strukturnya. Kalau dislokasi sering melibatkan sendi dan tulang, manakala terseliu sering melibatkan ligamen.
Jadi ada 7 jenis dislokasi sendi, yaitu bahu, siku, pergelangan tangan, lutut, jari, pinggul, buku lali, dan kaki. Punca-punca berlakunya kecederaan dislokasi sebab impak atau pelanggaran fizikal, terjatuh dengan posisi yang salah, pergerakan mengejut atau melampau, keletihan otot dan kurang fokus, dan akhir sekali adalah kerana faktor peralatan dan persekitaran. Lepas tu, tanda-tanda fizikal dislokasi adalah perubahan rupa bentuk, kesakitan yang amat sangat, kehilangan fungsi, bengkak dan lebam yang cepat. Lepas tu akhir sekali adalah kerana rasa kebas dan kesemutan.
Oke, kita boleh kesan dislokasi ini dengan guna jadual pantas stop, S, C, T, touch untuk pegang pada bagian yang cedera, O, observe untuk tengok reaksi seseorang, P, prevent untuk cegah pergerakan lanjut. Selain itu, tempoh masa rehabilitasi juga terbahagi kepada 4 fasa. Fasa 1, fasa perlindungan. Fasa 2, fasa pemulihan jilat pergerakan. Fasa 3, pengukuhan otot. Fasa terakhir, atlet kembali ke sukan. Kami juga ada buat buku dislokasi. Buka lah. Okay, show them. Di sini boleh ajar orang serba sedikit pasal dislokasi di. Lepas tu ada untuk ajar dorang apa mau buat sekiranya dorang berhadapan dengan situasi dislokasi. Inovasi.
Kami ada buat alat pengasan pergerakan untuk mengukur sejauh mana sendi kita dapat dianjak semasa berlaku dislokasi. Oke, jadi biasanya alat ini digunakan dalam unit fisioterapi dan unit perubatan sukan untuk mengetahui sejauh mana kita punya sendi mengalami dislokasi dapat dianjak. Jadi lampu biru menunjukkan sendi kita bergerak sejauh 30 degree ke bawah. Kalau kita kasih naik sedikit, dia akan naik sampai 60 degree ke bawah, dan yang terakhir 90 degree ke bawah. Oke, itu saja daripada kami. Sekian, terima kasih.
Hello, welcome to our booth. We are Copyright, and our topic is about the deep dive into the world of coffee. Coffee has always been a staple in Malaysian cuisine, mainly in kopitiams and cafes. Despite the fact that coffee is very immensely popular, not just in Malaysia but worldwide, but many people are also unaware of the processes, contributions, and uniqueness of coffee. As a matter of fact, coffee is a very interesting and useful crop to not only just humans, but to the environment as well. Thus, awareness of the importance of coffee should be raised. This is our essential question. What's the contribution of coffee to the culture and economy of our country? Unit questions on the importances of coffee and the history, process, culture, and economy of coffee. This is the process of manufacturing coffee powder. First, coffee is picked and sorted, and they are dried to become a little bean like this, something like that. And then they are graded, and then they are roasted into white coffee, as they say, white coffee. And then the white coffee from here is mixed with butter and sugar to create a roasted coffee with butter, and it is then grinded into processed coffee powder. Why is coffee so popular worldwide? This will be presented by my friend Evan.
Okay, thank you, Carrot. Okay, so why is coffee so popular worldwide? So mainly some people, they drink it mostly for the aroma, for the flavor of coffee. So that's why decaf is a thing. Some people like coffee but without the effects of it. Then next is it has become a routine for them. So it's their routine lah. Then it increases productivity because it contains caffeine, which gives you energy. So what is the history of coffee production? So in the 19th century, the coffee, it originated from Ethiopia. Then around the 15th century, Sufi Muslims drank coffee to aid in their night prayers. Then moving on to the 16th century, it spread from Yemen to the Arabian Peninsula. And then we move on to the 18th century, where Yemen is suddenly the only gateway to coffee in the world. Then, by the year 1852, Brazil became the world's largest supplier of coffee and has been until now. So, what is the life cycle of coffee, you may ask? Well, first the coffee seeds are planted in a nursery where they will be grown until they are large enough to survive on their own. Then, after about 5 to 6 months, they move it on to an actual coffee plantation. So the coffee trees, they take about 4 to 5 years to grow. And then once they start flowering, they will start producing the fruits that we can actually process into usable coffee drinks. Now, I will move on to my friend Lu Ho Bang to talk about the effects of coffee on humans. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Evan. Okay, apart from being used for productivity, coffee can improve our bodies to process glucose better and helps us to have stronger DNA to have lower risk of cancer. Next, it can also reduce heart failure chances. Okay, if you overconsume coffee, it can bring negative effects such as insomnia, anxiety, and fatigue. So it is important when you drink coffee. Other than used for consumption, coffee can be used to eliminate odor, compost, and as a natural dye. And economies of coffee. Coffee is an important plant because it supports more than 100 million of people worldwide, from farmers to kopitiam owners, and Brazil is the world's largest producer of coffee. Some fun facts. Coffee is actually a fruit, not a bean. And Beethoven was very obsessive with coffee, needing over 60 beans per cup. Finland leads the world in coffee consumption. Okay, these are our influence, and I'll move on to Carrick.
So, in conclusion, coffee contributes a plethora of benefits to consumers and non-consumers of coffee alike. More than that, it symbolizes a long-lasting tradition that has survived for centuries and has been interwoven into many people's lives. Consequently, this leads to a boom in economy and creating jobs for working people. So we should take the time to understand and fully appreciate the effort taken to make what seems like a mundane drink. So now we're going to have to showcase our products.
Well, our friend over here, Kyung, creates our coffee drinks. So over here we have some of our products that we used to sell. Unfortunately, they are now sold out due to high demand. So over here we have a magnet, or as you can see, it sticks to magnetic things. Then we also have some keychains over here. This is our keychain, copyright keychain. Over here you can put it on your lanyard or on anything really. And then also we have, if you can see over here, this is our coaster. On top we put a unique design. This one is to help the heat so that it doesn't all like stay on the cup and can flow inside to prevent your cup from pooling all of the liquids that spill. Underneath we have the emblem, as you can see over here. So all of these products we 3D printed using PLA filament. So this means that it can become biodegradable and has low risk of having poisoning right? So another thing we innovated was doing e-tour in a game. So this is our e-tour in Minecraft. My associate is setting it up right now. Okay, so while he's setting this up, let's pan over to how we make our coffee. So over here, as you can see, we have our barista, Kyung. He's the lead coffee barista over here. He creates all the coffee products. So over here, we have 3 flavors of coffee. First, we have our signature vanilla coffee. We add vanilla grounds into the coffee. We add condensed milk to add flavor to the coffee and also give it more aroma, right? Next, we also do turmeric powder. This one adds a more tangy flavor to the coffee and also gives you like, for me it gives me more of a it gives the coffee more kick. And then of course we have our black coffee. So over here, if you can see, over here we have our vanilla coffee all prepared. And then as my friend Kyung has prepared, we have prepared 4 cups of coffee for all of the crew members that are recording. So if they would like, they can collect it right now or later. Other than that, we also have live samples of our coffee.